Welcome everyone to Clear Skies Astro YouTube channel, where I discuss anything and everything that is usually ASIAIR or astrophotography related. Tonight, yet another ASIAIR because they came out with a big version 2.0 beta release. So this is not open to the public. My apologies here for the 9-degree rotation, but I can't film in both, so we're going to stay in landscape mode, and everyone will have to tilt their heads 90 degrees to the left. So the new splash screen, so here is where you would enter your device. So you click the enter device there on the there, and then you enter it, and then here's a new screen. On the top left, you see the ASIAIR. If I click it once and it says tap to return, I can go back to that splash screen. They have a new community, very much like Astrobin images of the day, where you can filter for deep sky, planetary, lunar, and then you can scroll down and you can comment and you can like pictures. This is a great one of the Rosette Nebula that I've actually liked. And then, you can comment on them and ask some questions and see details. So I like this. They have a nearby feature, the next one, which shows a map of your area or the whole world, really. You can overlay light pollution maps on it. You can see nearby users of the ASIAIR who are showing their location. You can see nearby dark sky areas, so pretty cool. And then you have your own account, so you have your own picture or cover picture. Here's the East Vale Nebula that I took a little while ago. So very interesting, but we're here for the new features in the actual ASIAIR. So let's enter the device once again, and you can see that the splash screen is similar but a bit different. They changed the main camera icon. It's no longer like a DSLR camera. It's more of an Astrocam icon now. So that's kind of interesting. So let's look at the preview to start off with. So here's where you would control your mount. You can, push it back in or pull it out. And here it's very similar to the old one, but what I really like here is they've added tracking on this. So you can see if tracking is on. So the red circle means tracking is off. And if I just click it, I can turn tracking on if I wanted it on, and then I could just turn it back off. If you want to change the rate, you now press it, it brings up a slider, and then you can just drag your finger up and down. I find this is much better than the old slider, which was hard to actually go to one specific value. So kudos to ZW for adding that. And you can see that the histogram sliders on the bottom here, they're a little bigger to grab and drag, so that's kind of cool. What else? I can't remember if the left icons were always laid out separately like this, or if they were under tools here. I think they were under tools, right, for annotate, detect, and cross. So I like that. You just have direct access to them. I don't think the guiding screen has changed. Nope, not really. All right, so what are the big new features that ZW added in version 2.0 beta? Again, if you want to beta test, you can, but just be aware that there are bugs and it could ruin your entire night of imaging. So if you are more concerned with actually capturing data, don't update to the beta. Leave that to me and other people who don't mind wasting a few nights in the hopes of improving the software. So there's a lot of features. I can't go through them all. I don't want to make this video too long, but I think the big ones here. Here's a very minor one, real quick here. So if you go to your files manager, you can now eject your drives and whatnot instead of just yanking them out and probably corrupting a few of the drives. You can eject them first and then pull them out of the USB. So that's cool. You can see right here, ZW has added Dso Stacking. So you can actually do image stacking in AAP like you would in DSS or PixInsight. You can select your light frames, which I've already done here, that I had captured last week. Excuse me. And then you just click stack and it's going to start stacking. Now it's obviously a little slow, so I'm not going to do this, but Very neat feature that you can stack within it. The quality of the stack, I don't have an idea yet. I will do a video on it and compare it to well-known software like DSS and PixInsight to see, you know, is it about the same or is it better or worse? I don't know. And of course, for calibration frames too, you can do a master dark, master flat, and master bias. Although I don't use a bias with my dedicated Astrocam, but for master dark, you would then, if you don't have any, you click the plus sign on the top right. You go, I don't have any dark frames here, but if I would go find my dark frames, and literally you just hit the create button on the top right, and it would, after 5 minutes or so, create you a master dark. Same with the flats. Interesting, they don't have a dark flat. I wonder if that would probably be under another dark. You'd have 2 master darks probably. I'll have to test that and post another video for that. On that note, anything in the new 2.0 beta that you guys want me to focus on specifically and get a video going, please comment down below and let me know what you would rather see. Okay, what else can we do here? So there's also planetary stacking, lunar and solar. That's nice. Auto run plan log. Okay, so that's the log files. Okay, so what's the big new features that I feel are the biggest ones? Easily, they are, for me at least, the stacking in built in, but the camera rotation assist in Sky Atlas and the mosaic and plan editing in Sky Atlas. That's probably the biggest one. So let's go in Sky Atlas and see what these are. Here we are. It's showing on Polaris because my mount is on home position. But if I, okay, let's see what rotation is. I think it will be this button here on the bottom left. Yeah. All right, what do we have here? So my blue scope frame, as I said in my tutorial of Sky Atlas, is how my current setup is seeing the night sky with my current camera rotation. But here, if I had an object specifically in the middle here and I want it rotated a certain way like this, what's interesting now is that I can then, if you see on the bottom right, there's a refresh and an auto button. So you can have the Sky Atlas here constantly taking pictures and plate solving, which will rotate your blue scope frame as you rotate your camera manually with your hands. So I would, loosen my camera, move it a bit, tighten it up, let it take a picture, and it show me how much it's rotated. And I would just keep doing this until my blue frame matched my red target rotation frame, and I would know that my camera is perfectly rotated to frame the object I'm imaging perfectly. So I really like this feature. This feature will be even better when ZW comes out with their built-in automatic rotator. So I'm pretty sure they've already commented that they're looking into this. It would really be a great addition to the ZW system family if they could add that. So you have your EF focus, you'd have your rotator for rotation, EFWs for changing filters. Everything would be automated. You wouldn't even have to go outside to change the rotation, which I think is awesome. So that's the rotation assist for now, which is, partly manual because you have to go and rotate your camera, but still a very good feature. The other one here too, let's pick an object for fun here. Tonight's best. Let's pick, I don't know, this is the Heart Nebula? Yeah, we can do that. Just center that. Oh, I just crashed it. Well, there you go, folks. That's what happens when you play with betas. Let's go back in here. Let's go there. Let's try that again. Maybe pick a different target. Center. There we go. That didn't crash. Okay, so we have the California Nebula here. Okay, so obviously with my C9.25, I cannot frame this with my 2600 MC Pro. So if I wanted to image it with this scope, I'd have to do a mosaic. Now the old way, which I've posted a video before, is you go into Telescopius and then you find your object there. Then you set up your mosaic. then you copy the coordinates to a CSV file, or copy within your Windows copy and paste buffer. Then you open up ASIAIR, go into plan mode, hit the import button, and then paste that in there, and then that's how you would get your mosaic. But now what's cool is you can build your mosaic just in Skyless, which is within ASIAIR. So no more need to go to Telescopius. So here I am, I click on the mosaic, which is the middle grid on the top right there, and it comes up with a 2x2 mosaic with 10% overlap. So looking at it, if I can zoom out, it's not quite working here. So I'd probably have to rotate. Well, I wouldn't have to. I guess I could. But I could just add more frames here to my mosaic. So you just kind of drag your fingers across and then add frames here. So, yeah, 5 there. I don't think I need 3, so let's go down to 2. Yeah, I could do it this way if I wanted to. I could rotate everything and probably have a few less frames. This is just to show you how it works. Now, because I was in preview mode, then I can't import this into plan mode. So lesson learned here, let's go back out. Let's get into plan mode, which we should have been in here first to do this. So in plan mode, I open this, I go back to my object, and create my mosaic. Let's just do it this way. I'll do 15% overlap just to be safe, which is what I would do. And if you notice on the bottom right here, there's a plus plan, which looks like almost like a calendar. So you just click on that, and I should have 12 panels, which you can see on the bottom now. They're all here, and if you click on an individual one, it will go to it. But now I should just be able to get out of Skyless, go to my plan, and here are my 12 panels already in plan mode. Didn't have to leave ASIAIR, didn't have to minimize anything. I think this is awesome. This is probably the best new feature in version 2.0. And now, if I actually was outside with clear skies, I could actually start my plan and start imaging. But I'm not, so I will just delete this plan, but probably the coolest feature. Last one, I think, which is worth mentioning, is for guiding now, you can now create a guiding dark library. So if you go to the guiding tab or icon on the top, second from the bottom, you can see that we have guiding dark library. I click on that. You can enable or disable it. And basically to build it, you just cover up your guide scope, make sure you're in a dark area or dark room in case you have light leaks. And then you just click auto build, and it literally just takes, I don't know how many, but a bunch of dark frames with your guide camera. And then we'll stack them and then create a master dark, which will then subtract all the, the hot pixels and whatnot that your master dark will, and then you will no longer, ever guide on a hot pixel, which is something that could happen. Very kind of rare, but it depending on your camera, it could happen if you have a lot of hot pixels, you have a very, very high gain on your guide cam. So this is cool. I'll just stop this because I don't want to do it right now. So yeah, that's a big one. Anything else? Oh yeah, you can turn on anti-dew automatically now. So you know how you can turn on camera cooling. You can now turn on anti-dew if your camera supports it. So my 2600 MC does support it. So you can see here that I can enable or disable turning on anti-dew. The same with cooling. So obviously if I turn off cooling, they remove the anti-dew because you don't need it if you're not cooling. But as soon as you turn on auto cooling, then they show you the option for anti-dew. Very good. I've often forgotten to turn on my cooling, which wastes another 10-15 minutes of my imaging session. So I like this feature a lot too. So yeah, I think those are the big ones in this new version 2.0 beta update. Again, I just want to gloss over it, let you guys know about it. Feel free to try it if you want to be a beta tester. If not, you'll probably have to wait a few weeks. It really depends on how buggy it is until ZW feels that most of the big bugs have been addressed, and then it will be released to public. So again, before I go, comment below what you want me to focus on my next clear night, which I hope will be in a few days. And then I will try to post a video on a specific feature like mosaic planning and Skyliss. Again, thank you for joining me, and clear skies, everyone.